I'm glad to be back. Grab a cup of coffee, pen and paper, and let's talk about Etsy. There's no doubt that Etsy is one of the fastest growing marketplaces on the internet right now. And there are several reasons for that. We're not going to get into that in this video. But definitely last year, a lot of people were forced to stay home and they decided to start their Etsy shops. Therefore, the influx of new sellers on the platform. On top of that, last year was the first time I've ever seen an Etsy ad on TV, national television, in front of millions and millions and millions of people. So that brought awareness to the platform from a consumer standpoint as well. That's why the platform is growing like crazy. And there's obviously good things and bad things about that, and we're going to talk a little bit about both throughout this video. But as you know, in this channel, right here, right now, we go straight to the point. If you forget everything I talk about in this video, just remember one thing: get started today. Getting started today is definitely harder than it was 3 years ago, but it is easier than it will be 3 years from now. The reason I'm saying that is about 2 years ago, Etsy came out with the free shipping policy that they were going to prioritize listings that offered free shipping. It may not seem a big deal, but if you're a maker and you're charging $20 for your product plus $4 for shipping, that's $24. That's reasonable considering they're paying shipping. Now, if you were to charge $24 for that same product and do free shipping, it might seem like too much for that product. It's a perception thing. So us small shops were left with the dilemma: do free shipping, don't do free shipping, offer free shipping guarantee if they spend more than $35 on the shop or not. That's just one of the things that changed about 2 years ago. So get started today. I know that Etsy is kind of branded around being cute and just handmade, crafty little things, but the platform has changed a lot. And there are many, many sellers making 6 figures a year selling on Etsy and even 7 figures a year selling on Etsy. The most important thing that all those sellers did is they got started. They didn't care if they had the full support of their family and friends. They just went for it and they got started. And that's what you should do too. Okay, so now let's talk about the practical part of the video. Grab your pen and your paper and start taking notes. And I'm gonna coin this term right here, right now. So if you see it somewhere else, it came from this channel right now. And it's the Etsy triangle. Those are the 3 corners that your listing could have to improve the possibility of having a bestseller listing on Etsy. And that is be unique, be customizable, and be priced correctly. Those 3 things combined definitely increase your chances of having a successful listing. And we're going to talk about those things. So now let's turn on the computer and start talking about how to create a successful listing on Etsy. Okay, so here we are on the Add New Listing page, and there are 4 things you want to pay attention to. And those are in order of importance, in my opinion: the tags, the description, the title, and the photos. And I'm saying the photos are the least important thing because that shouldn't be the reason or shouldn't be the excuse why not to start an Etsy shop. These are one of the things that you get better doing it over time, and you're gonna get photos from customers and you can add them to your listing, and it's just gonna get better and better. But don't let the photos stop you from creating what you want to create. Let's start with the tags. Tags, in my opinion, are one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, when you're creating a listing. And that's because these are the words potential customers are gonna type in the search bar to possibly find your product, hopefully on the first page. So let's take, for example, the enamel mug from the beginning of the video. Enamel mug. And let's say I have the ability to customize that enamel mug somehow. So let's do custom enamel mug. And then we can do a yellow mug. We never know when someone's looking for yellow mug. And as you start typing in your tags, you're gonna realize it's actually really hard to come up with 13 tags. But please come up with 13 tags and avoid tags like gifts for men or gifts for women or gifts for moms, because now when you use those very broad tags, you're competing with not just your niche, but with the entire platform using that same tag, and your product will probably just get buried under the search results. So enamel mug, custom enamel mug, Yellow mug. We can do coffee enamel mug. I don't even know if enamel is spelled that way, so excuse me for that. We can do custom coffee mug. These are the tags. These are things that when people look at your product, things that remind them of your product. Don't be shy and just type all 13. Please use all 13 spaces that you have, and over time you can change these tags. If you see a tag is not performing well or not performing at all, you can also always change that. So now under the description, you're going to use those keywords in your description. That's just part of the search engine optimization. Now what happens on the back end of Etsy, I don't know their algorithm, but all I know is that tags are related to the description, that are related to the title, and people finding you and your number of sales, conversion rate, all that stuff. But this increases your chances of being found. So instead of saying like this is an amazing coffee mug, which is okay because you're using a coffee mug and you had coffee mug here as well. You can say custom enamel mug is the perfect addition to any outdoor enthusiast backpack. And then as you're typing your description, maybe you're gonna come up with new tags like lightweight mug. Try to avoid using it, this, and that. Whenever you can, use an actual keyword like we just did in this first phrase. And as you start writing your description, you're gonna realize that it's a lot harder to write a description than you think. But if you can come up with a description that's about 3 lines long, just describing your product, something along the lines, telling a little story. Storytelling always sells. Once you come up with maybe 3 lines of description, another thing you can do is you can say the story behind the product. And it's not like you're just like filling up blank space, but you're helping Etsy get to know you a little bit better. And then if you have a specific shop policy that could possibly avoid messages from customers, those 3 things alone will definitely give you a decent description to start. And it will help Etsy get to know your shop and your product a little bit better. And now it's time to create the title. And the most obvious thing to do is to type in custom enamel mug. That's somewhere here in your description, and it's also in your tags, and it's in your title. That's a great thing. But if you just browse listings on Etsy and anywhere on the internet nowadays, you're gonna notice that the titles really kind of don't make sense and they're just stuffed with keyword. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do custom enamel mug, camping mug for outdoor people, coffee mug with mountain tree. But I'm not putting a lot of thought into this right now for the sake of the video, but you get what I'm saying. And then your title will actually make sense because people just scan this. They're gonna be like, okay, custom enamel mug, outdoor, mountains, trees. Oh, okay, that reminds me of my cousin. And then boom, they buy it. Okay, so now that you have your title, your description, and your tags figured out, it's time to take care of the photos. And this is one of the things that Etsy did in the last few years to help you upload photos. They kind of give you some inspiration. Primary photo, every angle, every angle, every angle. If I have to simplify the photo game, it would have to be a isometric view photo, a flat lay, a detailed photo, and a lifestyle photo. It comes down to just those 4 things to get started, to give your customer a good idea of what your product is all about and what it looks like. And I'm actually going to shoot a tutorial on how to take photos for Etsy only using your phone. And that's it. Once you take care of those things, all you have to worry about now is the price, quantity, SKU if you have any, and then variations, shipping, all that stuff. But that's not as important as these 4 things: tags, description, and title. All right, so that's it. That's how you create a bestseller listing on Etsy. If it's not a bestseller, it's at least an item that's gonna sell well, and it's gonna keep you busy, and it's gonna keep you creating more and more. So to summarize everything, it comes down to those few things: be unique, be customizable, and be priced correctly. Now, when you're creating your listing that has those 3 attributes, you have to pay attention to your tags, your description, your title, and your photos. I'm excited to be shooting these videos again, and if there's anything else you want to hear about Etsy or e-commerce in general, just make sure you drop a comment below. I reply to every comment right now. Leave that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. And the next video, it's gonna be how to shoot photos for Etsy using your phone. See you in the next video.